Hi everyone, Marianne Cowan here from Pinery Paper Crafts. It is Sunday, December 22nd, and I was in my craft room here in Ottawa, Canada, because it's like -20 out today. So I decided to stay inside and do some crafting. And I'm playing with some of the new products. I showcased a couple of them yesterday. So today I was playing with the floral and gingham vellum. So I'm just hoping, oh, there we go. So I'm playing with the floral and gingham vellum. It is in the new annual catalog, mini catalog, that will be debuting on January the 7th. And this catalog runs till the end of April. Also during the mini catalog, for part of it, will be Celebration. And during Celebration, you can earn free products with purchase. So hopefully you take advantage of that, because there are some really pretty things that are available for free. So this is part of a Floral Delights suite. There is the gingham and floral vellum paper, and then there is also all of these beautiful patterns in the regular designer series paper. It's a really pretty color palette, and it features a flower called Forsythia, which is one of the first flowers that blooms where I live. So I do love Forsythia. I have one right outside the window of my craft room. So I was playing around with some products, and I just thought I'd pop on and show you how I'm designing this card. Just seeing if I can see comments. All right. So I have actually two of the vellums that I wanted to use because they're so complementary that I thought they would be really pretty together on a card. And I could have done half and half or split it and done a piece on each, but I really like with the vellum to showcase how you can see through it and how beautiful it is. So I decided to do a card using both of the vellums. So I'm going to show you how to put it together, and then I'll show you, I'm going to stamp the front of the envelope to show you some of the stamps that goes with this suite. So the products I'm using the Stampin' Cut Emboss. This is an embossing folder called Starstruck, and it is free during Celebration with a qualifying order. And although it says Starstruck, to me it looks like little flowers. So that's kind of the look I'm going with today, with the little florals. So I have two pieces. They're 7/8 by 5 1/4. Here are the measurements for this card. Make sure you can still see that. And I'll show you the other products. I've used deckled rectangle dies for the inside of the card. And then I think this is one of my new favorite dies and stamp sets called Mixed Labels. So I've used this one, and I just love it because it's so dainty. It's just really pretty. And the sentiments that go along with this are really nice as well. Then I use the stamp set Delightful Wishes. There is coordinating dies, but I didn't use the dies for this card. Or did I? No, I did not. I used the stamps, and I'll show you how to use those. Mine aren't perfect, but I think they look like Forsythia. And then Storybook Friends, another beautiful suite in the upcoming catalog. And I use this sentiment, thank you very much. Thank you so very much. And I also love this one, Hello Friend. This is going to be lots of fun to play with. All right, so let me show you how I'm deciding to put my card together. So what I've done, I did one for winter stamp camp. Let me just grab it. That looks like this. And I love it because when you open it up, you can see the back of the vellum, and it's just as beautiful on that side as it is on this side. So this was kind of my inspiration, but I wanted to use both of the vellums. So I knew how to do the cutting for this one. So I just did the same thing on the other side. So it's 6 1/4 by 5 1/2, and then I've scored it at 1 inch and 5 1/4, and you'll see why in a second. And then this is the deckled rectangles, and it's going to go right here. I wanted something with just a little bit fancier an edge. This card is a little fancier than just your average card. So I did stamp with the stamps, and I'll show you how I did it because I'm going to stamp the envelope. It's not perfect. I do realize this flower does not even meet up with the stem. And I could take a brown marker, but you know what? No one's going to notice that. I think it looks pretty. Okay, so for the rest of it, I want the florals on the front, and then I want the gingham inside. So the way I'm doing this is deciding which one I should do first. I'm going to do gingham first. So the gingham's going to go on this side all the way over. So I just need to put a strip of adhesive right down here. Not right to the top though, because I have cut it off. Should be good. So I am putting it so it goes almost to the other side. And kind of the same at the top and the bottom. I did not really do a good job of that, but that's okay. And then I have my 7/8 by 5 1/4 piece that I'm going to, it's actually better to use white glue, but I don't have it with me right here. So this is going to cover up this. Now I do notice when you cut vellum, sometimes you get these little frays, and it's best to get rid of them before you glue your piece down. Okay, so hopefully this card works because I didn't actually make it yet. It's in my mind currently. So I'm lining these up so that I have the same length, same space on all the sides. A little bit of glue there. If you order my adhesive package, you get a glue eraser as part of it. Okay, so we've got the first piece, very pretty, but we're going one step further and adding another piece. So I'm going to do the same thing and just put a little strip of adhesive. I really do prefer white glue. All right, so we're going to do the same thing, but this time I want to make sure it's right over top of the other piece of vellum. So I'm going to hopefully match it up pretty well. Yeah, that's good. And then we'll go ahead and add our adhesive to this little strip. I don't know, it might be kind of excessive having the two pieces of vellum. We'll see. So this one is going to go right here. Again, making sure that there's no little pieces. Hello, if you're watching, leave a comment so I'll know who you are. And tell me if it's minus 20 something degrees where you are. That's not even with the wind chill. I love to go walking, but I haven't gone for a walk yet today. Okay, so when you open this card, it opens here, here. I think it's so pretty. I was contemplating putting something in here, and you could, like another little message. I have thank you very much. You were so thoughtful, or you could add something else there, but I decided not to. Okay, so there, and there. Now, you do need to give it a good score. You could add a belly band, but I don't really want to. I want to just leave it with the vellum as the focus. I think that's really pretty. So I've gone ahead and die cut with the ones that I told you, mixed label dies, and then that's the sentiment from the Storybook Friends. I used Pecan Pie, Lemon Lolly for the base, and then Daffodil Delight. Actually, I'm going to show you how I did it. So this is going to go right here in the middle. Now, I can put it in the middle of the whole card, which is exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to pop it up with dimensionals because I don't think you'll be able to see the dimensionals through to the other side. Good morning, everyone. Doing some crafting around this busy time of year is actually quite enjoyable. I think I'm ready for Christmas. I'm as ready as I'm going to be this year. All right, so I'm not going to push it down yet because I want to see if I like it. I don't know if that's the middle. I guess it kind of is. It looks a little bit too far to the right. All right, that's good. Now, something else in that suite are these adorable bee trinkets. They're quite small, but quite adorable. You can see those. So I will add maybe a couple of those, but I will need to grab my white glue if I can find it. Also in that suite is this beautiful satin ribbon, and it's only 1/8 of an inch. It ties beautiful bows. Let me demonstrate. I do love tying bows. So I couldn't decide if I was going to use this really pretty ribbon or linen thread. So, look at that. So pretty. And it lies nice and flat in a card. So I couldn't decide linen thread or the yellow ribbon, so I just put both pieces together and made a bow using linen thread and the ribbon. So that's going to go right here with a glue dot. I think it looks actually quite pretty putting them together. I don't often do that, I don't know why. Oh, so cute. Let me grab the liquid glue and we can add a bee. Now for the bees, you just need to add a little tiny, oh, that's even maybe too much, drop. So I'm going to put one here near the flowers. Whoopsie, totally missed. I don't want it straight. There we go. So one little bee there and maybe a little bee up here. Or we could put a bee on the inside too. They're very flat, so I don't think it's going to make your card too thick. Oh geez. All right. I really like this. I think it's very pretty. Like I said, you could add something else in here with another little sentiment. There is, yes, if you did thank you so much and then you did you're pretty wonderful, that would be really nice actually. So keep that as a thought when you design your card. All right, I think the card is done. Like I said, you could add a little bee in the middle and the inside as well, but I'm just kind of showing you how to put it together. All right, so now I'm going to show you the stamping. So these are the dimensions. The vellum is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2. And then the cardstock is 7/8 by 5 1/4. Embossed using the Starstruck embossing folder. All right, so for the stamping, I think you'd get better at it the more you did it. So I'm going to move my card out of the way because knowing me, I will get glue on it. Let's just tidy up my mess here before I bring in all these ink pads. So I did use Old Olive. I found it a bit dark, so I did stamp off when I did these leaves. I stamped off first, but you can decide. The leaves on a forsythia are actually quite bright. They're more like Granny Apple Green, but the paper's designed with Old Olive. So that's what I used. I've got Pecan Pie, Daffodil Delight, Old Olive, and Lemon Lolly. Look at how bright that looks. Okay, let's put this in order that I'm doing it. So I'm going to do the stem first. We'll see if I can actually get the flowers touching the stem this time. I don't usually do a lot of stamping online on live videos, but let's have a go. All right, so Pecan Pie. Make sure you can see what I'm doing here. Then I did the solid color in Lemon Lolly. I did look in the catalog to see which way was up. And when you do that, you will realize that this flower fits right into this space, and this flower is supposed to touch, which it didn't in my last one, but so you have to rotate it around to get the right setting. And you know what? No one's gonna critique your stamping, I don't think. All right, not bad. So that's Lemon Lolly. Now we're going to take, this is the one that always gets me, Daffodil Delight. I can never tell which is up or down. Oh yes, now I know. So you kind of have to twist it to make sure that it's actually over top of the flowers. No, that's not right. This is right. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Hey, not bad. Not bad. Now the leaves, pretty sure they go this way. Or you can do what I did for the front here, is I used this different leaf stamp, which is a little more forgiving because you don't have to line it up. So let's do that. So that's full on and that's stamped off. I do like it stamped off, I think. So I'm just going to add some random leaves. They're kind of big though. The thing about forsythia, after it blooms, then the leaves stay really nice and bright all year round. So just a couple of leaves. I think this one would have been nicer, but it's a little tricky to use. Okay, so there we have our envelope. And let me close these before they get on my card. So I'd love to know if you're going to try making this card. If you are a demonstrator, then you had the opportunity to pre-order these products. If not, they will be available on January the 7th. You can order them if you live in Canada from my online store. So here are the measurements, and here is the card. So I think it's really pretty how it opens. I think I might add that when I go back. This one I didn't use because I actually, oh, here's a little tip. When I was doing just part of it, I stamped it kind of in the middle of the stamp, and then I couldn't line up the darker one. It was trickier. So then when I did this one, I used the top of the stamp and it was much easier. So learn from me. So here is the card. There's the envelope. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it if you like and share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you'll know next time I go live. Thank you, everyone. Have a beautiful rest of your day, and I hope it's a little warmer than it is here in Ottawa. Thanks, everyone.